This is Pat Walker at Mission Winners. I'm making a training coaching video for everybody. Years ago, I used to periodically teach outdoor survival skills at higher elevations. And there's a great mantra when it comes to things like that, and it's life and death. If this, then that. If this happens, then we do that. And we need to know what that is that we're going to do before we need to do it. You got to have a plan. Systematize things. Well, I'm going to show you something here that's going to help you. Right here, it's like, this is something I get from a lot of people. Gosh, where do I start? I mean, what groups do I look at? I mean, do I look at everything? No. Stack the deck in your favor. There's a statistical advantage to focusing on the leading groups and the leading stocks in those groups. You say, I might miss something? Why not focus on the best of the best? The stocks that have the greatest probability of making you money. It just makes life easier. I promise, it really does. I've been doing it. It works. So here we go. Here's the list of ETFs. Now, I didn't sort this by percent up today, okay? I'm doing this on a Saturday, and I didn't sort it by percent off high. But we will be able to see themes very quickly, and this will help you on what to look at and what to avoid. So let's do it. This is the IBD 50 ETF, all right? Fell on fairly heavy volume on Friday. If it loses the 50-day, that would be a negative. Notice I said if. I don't know the future. Nobody knows the future. All we can do is get in line, observe what is, and act with it. So what do we have here, folks? Down, supported the 50-day. Let's see if it starts to lift. That's a proxy for leading stocks, okay? The IBD 50. Gold. Gold's been lifting up. Look at this igniting bar right here. All right? Gold miners. Slide it back. People talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. They voted on that day. That lifted off the 50-day. That was a sign. That was a telltale sign that things might lift up, and it did. Here's another gold, okay? Gold shares. So you get confirmation. It's not just like, oh, well, the gold miners are moving. Well, I don't know about that. Gold is moving too. Look at this. And junior gold is moving too. Small ones. On volume. There you go. That's how you connect the dots. All right. Now, am I saying buy it here? No. I'm saying there's a valuable lesson. Look at these every day. You can say, well, how many are there? I don't know. What do we got here? 25 of them? How long does it take to go through 25 charts? You get good enough, you go through 25 charts in like a minute and a half, you're done. That's all it takes. So continue onward. Here we go. Biotechnology. Look at this nice base. The market got spanked on Friday. This thing's just going sideways. And it's an ETF, biotechnology ETF. It's not the risk of an individual biotechnology. There you go. Now you're building a case on what to look at. North American technology started to fall on volume. Still above the 20-day, but that was some serious selling. Technology, something to be aware of. Small caps, hanging in there. Perhaps, by the way, you see that price alert? Takes out these tops, might be something interested in. By the way, have you noticed also, we're not finding a million things. You know, it's like, good Lord, I got to look at this one to buy. I got to buy that. No, you don't. Narrow it down. Oil services. That's no good, folks. Move on. Do you need to ponder this chart too much? No. Go to the next one. Software. It fell on low volume on Thursday, fell on heavier volume Friday. Could possibly be finding support at 20-day. We'll have to watch it and see. Or it might start to lose leadership. We'll have to watch and see. I don't know the future. Mid-caps hanging in there, just like MDY. Fine. Qs, NASDAQ 100, great proxy. That's easy for me to say, right? Look at this. That's some serious selling on Friday, folks. That ain't mom and dad selling. That ain't Aunt Bessie selling. That's serious. Still above the 20-day, but there was some selling there. Something to be aware of. Steel. Folks, move on. Semiconductors. Look at this. NASDAQ fell. Semiconductors, which is a huge component in the NASDAQ, fell on volume, coming down to the 50-day. Is it going to lose leadership? I don't know. But looking at this, it's a small red flag saying, be a little careful with me. Don't get complacent. Now you're connecting the dots. Mid cap, hanging in fine. Up, down, it's about the same volume. Perhaps it'll take these tops out. So now we connect these dots. Look at that. Small cap hanging in here, mid cap hanging in there. Now you're connecting the dots. The Qs down on heavier volume, still above the moving averages, but that's how you connect the dots, all right? Semiconductors, all right? Dropping on volume. We'll have to watch this to make sure it doesn't get worse. You own semiconductor stocks, you need to be aware. Spiders fell on volume, support at the 20-day. Needs to find support either at the 20-day or the 50-day. But that was some serious selling. Be aware of that. Solar. Look at this. It's been strong for a while. That's why we've talked about some of these solar stocks with the members. Here we go. TNA, leveraged, small caps. It's hanging in. Hanging in, not bad. See the price alert? Takes that out. Could be a buy. Oil. Folks, do you need to look at this much? No. Just when I'm running my list and going through this, I look at that and say, oil sucks. Go to the next one. Done. There you go. It's over. Aerospace, hanging in here, support at the 20-day. Watch it and see what happens. Home builders, hanging in there. That's nice to see. Materials, going sideways. Think about this. Home builders are doing well. Well, guess what? What do you need to build a house? You need materials. It's hanging in. That's how you connect the dots. XLC, communications, still okay. Technology related, and we know the NASDAQ isn't doing that bad. Energy. We know oil is bad. Energy's bad. Move on to the next one. Finance, just going sideways. Did fall, though, a little bit below on the 50-day. 2 days of heavy selling here. We'll have to watch that and see. Hate to lose the financials. Industrials, still hanging in there, but some volume selling. Technology, some selling here, still at the 20-day, but this is a big ETF, XLK. Just be aware, you own a lot of technology stocks. I'm not saying sell it, but just know there's some selling coming into it. Hopefully it finds support at the 20-day. Consumer staples, fine. Look at that. What does this tell you? Maybe look at some consumer staple stocks. How about that? Utilities, fine. Don't need to overthink it. Healthcare, just going sideways. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, there we go. Check this out. Consumer discretionary, hanging in here. Fine. Metals and mining. What does this tell you? Leave it alone. I'm going to go back and say, you're looking at it right here. The market's strong and this sucker's coming down to the 200-day on volume. Move on. And it's good you did because you avoided this crud. There you go. Retail's hanging in there. Quiet inside day here on less volume, up on heavy volume. If things are really getting bad, if the economy's falling apart, retail would start to act a little worse. And then finally, software. Down, but notice these two bars. Here's the heavy volume up bar. 2 bars on less volume. Down to the 20-day. Still okay. And that's why we still have we have exposure in software. There's the list right there, folks. You scan these, you can say, well, Pat, you were talking, that took time. Here's how quick you can do it. You just go like this. I'll stop, okay? I don't want to irritate you, but you get my point. I run through these every day. Systematize what to focus on, what to avoid. Stack the deck in your favor, and that's my gift to you.